Hi, this is Nick Lowry at Winsong Dojo. I'm here with my buddy Kyle Sloan, and we're going to take a quick peek at a balance break function that comes out of the system where we train. In our standard practice, when we're doing our basic Randori no Kata, the man's coming in to attack us, and we're basically pushing in this line here. We're turning him on a dime. This is a form of penetrating or a rimi. I'll do it end on with the camera so you see it in this line as well. And I'm just stretching my hand up, bringing my hand straight in the center of my body, making the contact on his wrist right about at my palm, slight grip sometimes at the end of it, and extending down the line of my step. And so if I were just stepping and didn't do anything to him, his attack comes up, I would just be slipping right here, sort of like a passing, a shearing action is what we're looking at here. And we do this in this particular system of Aikido. We do this numerous times. It's a very popular way to go. You just look at it a few times. Here it is, right there. Beautiful. And you see how it turns him on a dime, spins him. Let's do it in this line so you see a different angle. And just that action of balance break turns him about 180 degrees and places his body at a sharp distortion, so his posture breaks forward and down. We're heading into a forward line here with uke. Now the thing that occurred to me this past year that was kind of interesting, or maybe 2 years ago now, was that if you take that same activity, that same thing we train to do over and over again, this basic balance break line, and I apply it with my mirror hand, we can do that too. Well, that's cool. I can step in the same place. I can go the same place with the mirror hand as I do with my cross hand, and that works pretty well. Does the same job to him. And that's all kind of interesting. But the real mystery starts happening, the real kind of cool thing happens when I do a balance break that we don't hardly ever see. I take the mirror hand and I go the other line. So I take the mirror hand and I go the line that I would be doing if I was doing it crossways, and I go like this to him. Now this is interesting because what it tells me is that, let's do it end on as well. I'm just doing balance break, but I'm doing it to the inside of his body. Now as the second hand came and it touched me, as well it might, and so I might want to keep my free hand sort of in line with his center line so that he has a hard time doing anything to me other than fall. What this tells me is that as we've learned practicing this basic engagement of a rimi and turning him 180 degrees on this one-step engagement of breaking his balance, we've also been training simultaneously to turn him 180 degrees from the inside like this. And we just haven't quite fully recognized that. It means that Sumi-otoshi has a function in the system, corner throwing, because this is functionally just a corner throw, taking him back to his rear corner, is really central. And being able to embody that right off the bat, right from the moment of contact, is something people don't often develop. You see it in some high-level judo people, you see it in some high-level Aikido people, and we all have the skill set in place, but we don't necessarily recognize it because we haven't translated the fact that this step is the same as that step. Just done to the inside instead of the outside. That the timing of the step, the extension of the step, the line, the angle, the engagement with the hand, the only big difference is I'm doing this balance break, but I'm doing it from the inside and to the other line, here. I'm maintaining center line control so this hand can't operate on me too easily. So experiment with that. You might want to get a crash pad because it is advanced ukemi. It does spin them tightly on a dime, and he can tell you there's not a lot of getting away from it. My second hand does come and touch his elbow sometimes, and you can do this actually nicely up in the crook of his elbow because it is a shorter line of transfer of energy up to his shoulder and to his spine. When you do it down on the wrist, you're actually doing the tougher form. When you get up in the elbow, or boy, if you get up in the shoulder, even easier, because the energy is transferring more directly straight to his spine. you have less play in the arm that you're dealing with, and so a lot of variety of where you can contact this. I recommend starting here at the wrist, working into the elbow, come on up, then come on back down, because you want to be able to do it right there from the wrist. Cool. So thank you.